It was also a match between Samuel Eto'o and Kanu Nwankwo, two African football legends. But in the end, it was Kanu Nwankwo, Papilo, that got the final laugh. Let's go to Istanbul in Turkey. Tofe Atuobola, video statistics analyst, is standing by to talk about the performance of the Super Eagles of Nigeria in that win over the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Good evening, Tofe. Welcome to Sports Tonight.
Yeah, hello, Austin.
Okay, good to have you on the show. Tofe, it was a match with loads of expectations. The Super Eagles, did they meet your expectations for that match?
Yeah, they did. They did. They met my expectations, and I'm very proud of the Eagles. They've done really well.
Okay, let's begin with some of the players that I think we should talk about tonight. Let's start with Alex Iwobi. With 10 being the highest mark, what number do you want to give to Alex Iwobi tonight? You need to tell me why.
I think he's done well. I think I'll give him an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. What did he do differently against Cameroon?
Well, the first half he was not really present and he wasn't really effective on the game. But I think the second half he really came alive.
Wilfred Ndidi, what sort of performance did he give you?
I think Ndidi was a 9 out of 10. I think he had a really good game, and obviously he's one of the best players in the Eagles, and he showed it on the day against a good team.
Wow. William Troost Ekong.
He had a good game as well. I think I'll give him also like a 8 over 10. He played some good long passes in the game, and he had some good tackles as well. I think the team did well generally, especially in the second half. Generally, they were very poor in the first half, and in the second half, when it really mattered, they came through for the country.
Did the team miss John Obi Mikel in that match?
I'm not going to say they missed John Obi Mikel, but it would be nice to have him obviously available. He's injured. I think we still need him in the tournament. And I think hopefully he gets better and he can help us towards the end of the tournament if we're really going to win it. It's 3 games to go. And I think John Obi Mikel is important for the team, especially in the second half when we have some tired legs and he can come and stable the ship when we're leading the game, as I said in the first show we had.
I think so. Let's go to the stats, Tofe. With what you have, was it an improvement from the last 3 matches that we watched the Super Eagles?
Yeah, there's some improvement. But let's try to focus on the Cameroon game. I think, for instance, in the Cameroon game, we created 7 chances, which is very good compared to the 2 chances we created against Madagascar. We created 8 chances against Guinea, and we also created 4 chances against Burundi. But I think the second half is what I'm going to talk about. They really did well. In the first half, we created only 2 chances. And in the second half, we created 5 chances. So obviously, the boys came out to play in the second half. They knew that the tournament was on the line, and they took the shackles off. And obviously, they started playing more attacking football. They got into the gear what they really said, what they really know they can do, and what I said I think they can do. And I think we should try and focus on that second half performance more often.
So I know we've just assessed Wilfred Ndidi, but when you look at it as a whole, Wilfred Ndidi, Ogene Karo, etc., and the midfield, did the midfield contribute to that victory?
Yes, generally, the midfield did contribute to that victory because we have a younger midfield. As I said earlier to you, they're working hard. Tebo is working hard. Ndidi is working hard. And I think the midfield was solid in that game. We conceded some goals, in the first half, but we came out in the second half and we did well. And I think we had more tackles in this game as well. So I think we're looking like, we can go all the way at the moment.
Talk to me about Ola Aina. Is the physicality of African football getting to him at this competition?
I wouldn't like to think that the physicality is getting to him. I mean, he played over 30 matches in the Serie A, last season. And, you can't play in the Italian Serie A playing over 30 matches without getting battered, So I think he can live up to it. And I think he's improving every game.
Because the talks about the second goal that Njie scored, there were talks about him being bullied or not being in the right position. From your point of view, was it a case of Ola not being out of position, or Eugene just wasn't in the right place to just win that ball?
Austin, it wasn't an easy game. He obviously was bullied in that instance. But listen, players get bullied all the time. I'm not going to criticize Ola for what happened in that time. That's why I think the coach should try to make sure that we have a very good attacking team. It's very important that if we attack and we create chances, we're going to score goals. Then we might concede a few as well, and I'm sure they're going to try and work hard to make sure that we don't concede too many goals. But I think we're always going to concede goals, and we should try to make sure we score goals. And in the second half, we showed that. I mean, in the first half, we had only 1 shot on target, but in the second half, we had 4 shots on target. So that's where I want to focus my analysis today, on the attack, on the second half. And when Nigeria was on the line of leaving the tournament, the boys came through for us, and I think they played really well. Odion Igalo did really well with that pass to Alexi Iwobi. And I think going forward, we should try to make sure we play more from the wings. I think we can create more chances crossing the ball in. There was a good cross by Waziem into the box, and Ahmed Musa brought the ball down. It was a fantastic goal. And I think we have a very good chance.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I want to talk more about the partnership of Odion Igalo and Ahmed Musa. You think it will get better?
Yeah, surely it's going to get better. I mean, Odion Igalo is a very honest person. He works hard. Obviously, there's talks about him not passing the ball to Igalo to Ahmed Musa the other game. But I mean, he's a striker, and if he decides to take a shot from any angle, you know, he has to be selfish. He has to try to score goals. That's what strikers are made for. But I mean, they're both nice guys, and they're both guys who can work for the team. They're both team players. I don't see any of them as being selfish, and I think that their experience has been key for us with the younger players that we have in the team. So I think it could really come good for us if the boys keep working as a team. In the second half, you know, when we were losing the tournament and when we had to come out and play, we came out to play, and credit to the Super Eagles on this. I'm really impressed.
I'm also really impressed. You know what, Tofe, just hold your thoughts. I'll stay right there. I'll come back to you because we're going to get into the proper conversation of the quarterfinal match. So don't go anywhere. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's go on this break. When we come back, the Super Eagles will take on the Bafana of South Africa. What are your expectations? That's the next thought of discussion. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Video analyst Tofe Towobola is standing by in Istanbul, Turkey, giving us all of the statistics in that match between Nigeria and Cameroon. Let's go back to Istanbul. Tofe, it's going to get really, really tough in the quarterfinals against South Africa. What does the stats say? Should we be comfortable with the statistics?
It's looking good for the Super Eagles. I'm a bit more optimistic than I was earlier. I mean, we have good attackers, and I've said this before. I mean, if you look at the numbers, Gennett Rowe has gone for more attackers and more forward players and less midfielders. We have a few other midfielders he could have called up as well. But the strikers that he's called up and everyone, they've scored about 100 goals this season in total. They know how to score goals, our players. We have players that can put the ball in the back of the net. And we need to try to focus on that. We need to try to build on that. A lot of big teams are already out of the tournament. I think we need to try to have a good attacking play. And I think South Africa should be worried about our attack if we can play a good formation and if we can get it going. The defense was a bit shaky in the last game. Obviously, our keeper is not been 100%, but he's tried his best to do what he can. I think we just need to try to focus more on building a good attack and going on the offensive. Because if we try to be cautious, which is the way Rowe wants us to play, I think it might affect us and it might cost us dearly against South Africa.
Well, I worry, Tofe. You said that the strike force is good, it's potent, that it score goals. We've seen just 5, and until the round of 16 where we saw 3 goals, we were asking questions. So what is that tweak? Because we know we've got some players that are even yet to see. We haven't seen much of Paul Onuachu. We haven't even seen Henry Onyekuru in any form. So in what way can the coach turn things around against South Africa to give us goals?
Yeah, Austin, it's football, right? And it's statistics, right? Shots lead to chances and chances lead to goals. Against Cameroon, we had 15 shots. We attempted 15 shots. That's more than we attempted in any other of the 3 games we played in the group stages. We attempted 8 shots against Burundi, 10 shots against Guinea, and 11 shots against Madagascar. So our boys were desperate in the second half, and they came out to play. And when they came out to play, we could see that we scored goals. They played like champions in the second half, really, especially within that 20-minute bracket when they came and they were attacking and trying to make things work. So we need to attack, and I think if we're attacking, we're doing what we need to do, we're going to score goals and everyone is going to be scared of us. If we don't attack and we have a more defensive formation and he plays more defensive players in the team, it won't work out for us. And I think going forward, I think Ahmed Musa and Igalo are going to be key, depending on who he chooses to play on the right, Simon Moses, Samuel Kalu. We could really be looking forward to a good one.
I must say thank you so much, Tofe. But before I let you go, you know you were a bit tactical in the last analysis when I asked who was going to win between Nigeria and Cameroon. You just did it one kind and then said Nigeria was going to win. Give me a scoreline: Nigeria, South Africa.
Well, it's difficult now. The last time I told you we were going to win 3-2, and we won 3-2. I'm no magician. I just felt that they will score us because we're not unscorable. Against South Africa, I think it's going to be a good game. The South African team, I don't think is going to threaten us much. I think I'm going to go for Nigeria 3, South Africa 0.
Nigeria 3, South Africa 0. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what you've just done? Football fans in Nigeria, they are early now. Tofe the King. Thank you so much, Tofe, for your time. I'll talk to you right after that match against South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. See you later.
Awesome.